All right, what's up, YouTube? This is the GOATcast podcast, but this is GOAT Talk only with myself and Sports Talk only. This is where we talk about the GOATs. And if you caught us, 2 weeks ago, we did our top 10 all time. Go back and check that if you want to know who we thought were the top 10 in the NBA all time. But today we got some interesting things going on. We're going to talk about this basketball 100 list. By John Hollinger and David Aldridge, some sports analysts. So we will go through that and see if we agree how these players line up. But first, I got something for sports talk. I'm sure you've seen it because I think I saw you in the comment section. What do you think about that Ticket TV versus A Johnny debate a couple weeks ago?
I mean, I don't know, man. That debate was kind of. I think Ticket was just ill prepared.
I do too.
I wouldn't. The thing is, I don't know how much he knows as far as what he can say statistically and all that stuff and numbers he could give. So I can't say he doesn't know, but it's just I felt like he was not prepared the way he should have been prepared, and maybe he underestimated, you know, his opponent, and he just came on, just thought it was going. I don't know.
Yeah,
He didn't do it. He didn't do his research, his due diligence.
No, I
So
mean, A Johnny, he knows his stuff. I mean, I'll give him that.
yeah. And so I also feel like it kind of got sidetracked too
Yeah.
because they was just going at it as soon as he hopped on. It was like I don't know.
Yeah, that was
They kind of
fairly
I
heated.
thought I thought they was kind of going to do their more about their careers, but it was kind of more like Ticket was just saying stuff uh, about roster construction and all that, and they wasn't really being able to ask about the careers like that, as far as in my estimation. But that's how I viewed it. I just think he was ill prepared. It wasn't like any debate I've really seen.
Yeah, I mean it was entertaining, but yeah, I think Ticket was just a little bit ill prepared for everything that was being thrown at him, and I think A Johnny was he was prepared and was ready to counterpoint whatever Ticket said. And that's, I mean, when you're debating, you got to be ready. You got to be you have to do the research and know how to counteract any points being made. If you don't, if you got to look it up, then it doesn't
Yeah.
look that great on you.
Yeah, that's why I said I didn't know like how much he actually knew, because it's like if you especially if you're in the middle of the debate, you gotta pretty much kind of know it. If you know it, I mean, it's okay to like not know for sure, but you kind of gotta know most of
Yeah,
the
you
stuff
got to
at the
have
top of
some
off the top of
ballpark.
your head. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but it was
Apparently,
interesting.
apparently they supposed to have a debate tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Not Ticket, but somebody else.
okay.
Same.
Okay, I'm gonna check
Yeah.
that out.
I don't know if it's gonna be live, because you know how they released it last time, it wasn't live and all that.
Yeah,
But
is it same channel or?
same channel.
Okay, okay. So I'll give that a listen. Um, and I just want to say, man, hey Johnny, me and him were going back and forth. I believe it's him because they put up a poll and I voted for him. But I just said there's certain parts of the debate I don't like, and I don't think, you know, maybe I used the wrong word. I said illogical, but maybe it needs more context, is what I really meant. But that started a whole back and forth. But I'm like, can't you accept that I said you won? you know, I
Yeah.
could see if I was like tearing you down, but I said I just don't like certain aspects that he tries to pinpoint. But overall, he was a better debater. So, just thought I'd throw that out there. There was no disrespect. There's just part of it I don't even use. I told him I don't use LeBron having the most turnovers because you have to put in context to that. What he does on the team and his role. So, anyways,
Yeah,
that's
I
not
get
what
what
we're
you're
here
saying.
for.
Yeah.
Um, and quick shout out to the real Mind Crime. This is kind of off topic, but he did react to one of my videos. I do appreciate that. He wasn't too harsh on me. He was mostly positive. He said some things, when he didn't agree. which I appreciate, and he was mostly positive. Comment section, I mean, that's where it's just what I don't understand sometimes is if you don't completely trash LeBron, you're all of a sudden a LeBron fanboy. So had they listened to the whole thing, they probably would have seen that it was very pro Michael Jordan, but
and
instead I'm getting thrown, I was glazing and all this other stuff. I'm like,
hey, and what's crazy? I was just having a conversation with some dude that be always in the comments about this. I was on a live stream or something the other day, and I wasn't on it, but like it was after the live stream was over. I was looking through the comments or whatever, and this dude was just like, he didn't hate LeBron. He had LeBron second all time, whatever, and he was just giving him his props. But then there was this dude in the comment that was like, you seem to have LeBron as the GOAT, just because he wasn't hating on, hating on him and just giving him his props. He was like, you seem to have LeBron as the GOAT. If somebody watched this video, they're gonna think you have him as the GOAT. But now, mind you, this dude, he always be like, he got Jordan at number 1 and LeBron at number 2. But it's just, I don't know, man. It kind of stems back to, we talked about it before, like pure hatred, and I just be like, I don't know. It's just weird to me. It's weird.
That was weird to me because it was like, did you guys even listen to it? 85% of it was pro Jordan. Probably 15% was pro LeBron. That was the one about the defense. I didn't say he was the greatest defender ever. I just said he's a good defender, and he was. Yeah. So I guess anything pro LeBron means you're a LeBron fanboy. So I mean, I'll take it if that's how they're gonna approach that. So I mean, it's crazy.
And that's the thing too. Like, I mean, I don't mean to hijack the show as far as like going off topic, but just like I don't. So mind you, like because I got tired of having this argument with people and just being negative towards LeBron. So I just start pulling I just put like a bunch of negative stuff about Jordan in like this Word document, and then I just copied and pasted it, and then like crying about it. But I'm like, okay, well, it's cool if we just, I don't know, I don't even argue like that though, just about what somebody didn't do and the negative, and but I'm just saying, like, I get a lot of complaints about it. It's just stupid. I don't know. It's dumb to me. Like, how can you? I understand that, if we're gonna pick and choose, in some ways we're gonna say, well, I feel like he didn't do this. You know what I'm saying? But just basing it purely off of, oh man, like I don't get it.
I mean, you gotta let people be objective. You can't just be, what you feel. Nope, everybody doesn't have to feel that way about LeBron. And LeBron's played for 22 years. You're telling me he didn't have good years at certain things, and that because maybe he's not as great now on defense, that me saying, when he was with Miami, even certain parts of Cleveland, he had good years. So, I mean, how is that a fanboy? How am I glazing because I said he had some good years? I don't understand that. Like, I mean, I'm not going to just sit there and be like, LeBron was trash at defense for 22 years.
But that's what they want you to say, because I see those kind of comments all the time. But it's cool. I had a question for you though. Like, was you able to? So you were able to look at the list through the, with the tip I gave? Okay, because I was trying to look at it too, and I was like, man, I just happened to have a private browser open, and then I put the link in there, and it ended up working. But
I got it. I'm going to share it here in a second.
Okay.
So with this said, we're going to move on to the main topic of tonight, which is the Basketball 100 GOAT list. And let me share my screen right now. Let's see here. Okay, can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. So yeah, this is so they've the Athletic, David Aldridge, John Hollinger, famous for creating the formula for PR, player efficiency rating. They came up with a formula to find out who is the GOAT. They call these GOAT points. So they have different ways that they're going to give players from the past and present different points and total those points and rank them based on that point system. So the way they go about it is we see right here MVP vote shares. So guys that got MVP votes, get certain amount of points for that throughout the years. Finals MVP votes counts for certain. Well, Finals MVPs having them count at certain points, but you got to have a caveat because that didn't start till later on. I think it says 1969. Yeah, so you have to go back and play catch up with some of those. So that's kind of wonky. All-star team, you get 1 point. I'll talk about that later. Career win shares above 100, so you get a point for all your win shares that are above 100, which kind of helps with the puts the team aspect on it. And then career box plus minus above 2.0, you get 7.5 points per point for that. So with that said, let's see who they came up with in their top 5, and then we'll go through and say what we think about that. So based on the GOAT points, their calculation, LeBron James with 857.3 GOAT points is considered the GOAT for the basketball 100 for their book. And then Michael Jordan number 2, Kareem number 3, Tim Duncan 4, surprising name, Karl Malone number 5, Wilt Chamberlain 6, Larry Bird 7, Magic Johnson 8. Skip too far. Bill Russell 9, and Shaquille O'Neal 10. Now, not too shockingly, that's fairly close to our top 10 list.
I said,
but if you want to see them, go back and watch that last episode, so you can hear our top 10. But I'm gonna let you go. How do you feel about this list so far, and anything you have?
Okay, so I definitely do have a few things to say, and that Karl Malone, great player. I mean, I don't want to talk about what he did in personal life and all that, but great player. Got a lot of milestones, played a long time, but he cannot be 5th all time in NBA history. I'm sorry. Now maybe if he won, championship or two, I feel like especially to be in the top 5, you gotta have multiple championships. Like, I know it's a team thing. I know, but you cannot be in the top 5 all time without at least 1 or 2 championships. It don't work like that. So I can't put him there. I don't really have a problem with Bird and Magic being there, or Kobe.
Kobe's 11, so he's right outside the 10.
Yeah. So overall,
James Harden the 13th all time. Okay.
Yeah, nah. a lot of I didn't even get a chance to look at the whole list. I saw I saw the first 10. I didn't even scroll past that, but I just thought it'd be good to cover it because I just came across it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool little.
I don't think the top 10 is so bad outside of Malone. He got to go.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's glaring for most people. Karl Malone being number 5 all time.
Yeah, nah.
But one of my issues with it is it does reward longevity, which is, I'm not hating on LeBron, but it does. That's why you have Karl Malone in there, because he did play many years, and he played, as long as you play enough years and you're at least decent, it's going to benefit you, because your point total will rack up.
If you give a point system like the way they came up with it, I somewhat agree. You know what I'm saying? As far as if you, because we did our top 10, and then I had LeBron and Kareem at the top, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just, the difference for me is just you do have to win championships. You can't just have numbers. You have to win championships.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be the greatest and you don't have a single championship. You didn't complete your job, which is to win a championship. Even though, I mean, people say that's a team award or reward, whatever. But no, it's the culmination of your hard work is a championship. So if you're the greatest, you have to have that type of impact on your team.
And it is, but if you're in that discussion, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be good enough to at least get you 1 or 2 championships. That's just what it is.
And what's crazy is he does benefit from the MVP points, but he has no Finals MVP. So that's that's the point he doesn't get anything with. So the fact that he's that high and he doesn't have, any Finals MVPs, which is one of the criteria, that's crazy. But another advanced metric I don't super like is win shares, because it's a hard one to really calculate, because you really can't calculate defense, because you can look at their blocks and steals and stuff like that, but other players, Kawhi and Pippen and guys like that did so much more than just stealing the ball and blocking shots. They deflected shots and things of that nature, or they made it hard for players to get shots up. So it doesn't really, because they were saying it's hard for them to measure a guy like Dennis Rodman because of what he specialized in. And even though he was a great player, he's one of the top 75 players. He's not going to get favorable measure with this calculation. So I'm just going to scroll through a little bit more. I'm sure Dart from Michael Jordan fans are the best will love that George Mikan is in the top 20. He did make it in there, so props to Mikan, Bob Pettit as well. So you got some, and Jerry West. I don't know how Jerry West is that low, but Chris Paul, that's crazy. Moses Malone. There we go. So I was wondering, because I looked at this a little while ago. So in this, it says Chris Paul, no rings. Chris Paul has no MVPs. They calculate him better than Steph Curry. To me, he's a phenomenal player, but
I gotta look at his accolades to see how they came up with that.
Yeah, I do too, because he has no MVPs and no Finals MVPs. I mean, maybe he's got quite a few All-Stars, but not even that is going to ramp up his points. His box plus minus might be great. I'm not sure. I haven't looked, but maybe his win shares are just crazy.
Yeah, nah, they ain't, because I know what the win shares list. Wait, hold on. I might be wrong. I could look it up right now. He might be fighting on this. I don't know. No, he's 6 actually.
He's 6.
He's 6. Yeah. It might have something to do with it.
Okay, well that's didn't know that, but okay, so maybe that's why he's where he's at.
Yeah,
and
maybe.
See, Joel Embiid is 34 all time, ahead of Dwight Howard.
I mean, this list is kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean it does. I mean, you see a lot of current players on here, which I don't have that big of a problem. If your measurements and if your calculations make sense, but
I think some of this is also that they do count, all NBAs. So Chris Paul got like 11 of them.
Okay,
and he got 12 All-Star teams. So
yeah, I know he's got some accolades. It's just hard for me to see him above Steph, who we all think. But he's played longer than Steph, so I mean that I'm sure can play into some of that. And Steph had some rough patches early, and then mid to 2020s. They weren't the greatest team, and his numbers might not. He was in and out. So I mean, maybe that plays into that.
Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't. I don't really. I can't look at this list and really be.
I know. I mean,
I think the top 10 is okay outside of Malone, but it's like after that, it just kind of goes down.
Yeah, it's just I mean,
I think D Wade. D Wade. Did I just see him at like 70 something, or am I tripping?
D Wade?
Yes, I thought I saw him like towards the bottom.
Yeah, I think he was. Let me see.
Yo, ain't no way.
Was he further up? Dwayne Wade. I know I saw him. Damian Lillard that high?
Yo, no, he's
44.
Okay. He's 44. That's still.
And they
I don't
putting
know, man.
Russell Westbrook was a better player than D Wade.
Allen Iverson, nah.
Patrick Ewing. I mean, I love Patrick Ewing, but
But no, right? He's
nah,
better than Dwight Howard too. He's better than Joel Embiid. Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, I gotta be real. This list it's kind of bad. Man.
yeah. I mean, I admire them trying to come up with some type of formula, but looking at this, it's kind of ugly. It does not value at all championships. So I think that's where it's got its real downfall is, you got players that haven't won anything of
Above
merit.
guys that have, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, D Wade has what? He's got 3 championships, and he's under Russell Westbrook and Patrick Ewing with 0, Joel Embiid with 0 and 1
Under
MVP.
Gary Payton too, like
Gary
oh
Payton,
man,
yeah.
come on, man, like he better than all them dudes, all them guys.
Anthony Davis that's pretty rough down there.
47.
Paul Pierce.
Yeah, man. I mean, I know we all got our own list and whatever our criteria is.
I think
But
Chauncey Billups is 71 all time. I mean, I love Chauncey, but over Adrian Dantley, yeah. Tony Parker. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, man. I don't. I definitely didn't look at that full list. Like,
yeah, yeah, that list is. I'll say that's admirable, but yeah, that's pretty pretty bad.
It came up with a formula, but it's just like,
yeah. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't use the player efficiency rating because I know that a lot of people don't like that. It kind of favors offense and players that play a lot of minutes. So, but if you play a lot of minutes, that means you're probably a GOAT player. So it makes sense. But I'm surprised he didn't try to put that in there somewhere. I would put that instead of.
I think he might be the creator of that, though.
Yeah, John Hollinger did create. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know.
Yeah, I would figure that would factor in somewhere. I mean, box plus minus is really one of the best measuring advanced metrics that you can measure players with because it can factor in defense and offense a little better than win shares and some of the other ones, even PR. So, I mean, I'm glad he put that in there because that does calculate well for players, and that would, I mean, because LeBron's been doing it for a while, and his box plus minus is solid, so he's that's going to give him a lot of points.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know about that list. If I was them, I would not release that list in a book. That's what I believe. I was listening to David Aldridge, and I believe it's going to be a book that's being published by them that will highlight all these names.
And that might turn people off of advanced stats because
I think it will.
You like this the dude that created PR and he coming up with a list like this.
Yeah, and Jokic, PR favors Jokic and some of those, and I would put, Jokic ain't there yet, but I would put him, above some of these other guys.
I'm starting to feel like though, like I'm starting to feel like he's a little overrated.
Who? Jokic.
Yeah, because it's like he look. I look at him as the best or the second best player in the world between him and Giannis. I go a toss up with them too, right? But when I say overrated, because you can be great, right? But you can still be overrated. You know what I'm saying? When I say overrated, this is what I mean. I feel like, he doesn't get all them years that LeBron was the best in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And, no matter how people,
I say a few of them, few years he was that.
I mean, like dead smack in his prime. He was the majority of them years in his prime. He was, whether he won or lost in the finals, people was like, he's the best in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is this. maybe it's just because he's not held to. I wouldn't even say held to the same standard. I'm used to seeing guys held to a certain standard when they don't, you know, I would get their team to a certain point. So if you went, for instance, when LeBron, no matter how people feel about it, they say the East was weak, whatever. When he was making the 8 straight finals, which is historical and it ain't been done, since like Bill Russell. It's just an example, right? So
Yeah.
when he was making those runs, right? If there was one year, and there was after 2018 and 2019 when he missed the playoffs, right? But if there was one of those years where he lost in the second round to a team whose, their leader was 22 years old, he was the leader of that team. I mean, how would you think he wouldn't get slandered? And I'm not saying I want him to get slandered. I'm just saying it seems like no matter what he does, people tend to like he's number one in MVP voting. They just got throttled by the Knicks, right? Didn't they just get destroyed by the Knicks?
They did.
And so what I'm saying is when I say overrated, I just mean like, you know, he
I mean,
just
I get what you're saying.
it seems like it doesn't matter what he does, they're gonna put him there. And then like if he don't live up to what he should be, they're not gonna criticize him for it.
I can see that. I mean, he's not. I just think that LeBron is just certain players are on a certain level that they're going to get that kind of criticism no matter what. Your
Yeah.
Jordans, your Kobe's, your LeBrons, those
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, yeah. But I
Yeah,
don't mean to interrupt you.
yeah. No,
But
go ahead.
they what I'm saying is they are starting to put him in that conversation without the criticism. That's what I'm saying,
Yeah. Oh,
And
I can see it.
I'm seeing a lot of guys do that, and I just don't. I don't know. I'm feeling some kind of way about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think, and Gilbert Arenas to me is hit and miss with what he says, but sometimes he said it, and even Sports T, who's been on here, Sports T, shout out to her. Sometimes we kind of coddle the foreign players, where we don't hold them at the same standard as some of the American-born players. Like Luka should really be under fire right now after a lot of us were saying this was going to be his MVP year. He's been nothing what he was last year, the last few years. Jokic, they definitely had early struggles, and even last season they were second round. They were out by the second round. So, yeah, and Giannis, he hasn't done nothing for the past 2-3 seasons when it comes to the postseason. And then we look at a guy like Jason Tatum, who's been great in the regular season and in the playoffs. That doesn't quite get, he gets nothing from the media. They just slander him all the time. So yeah, I think for whatever reason, I don't know if it's a media thing, if it's just, I don't know, foreign players are nice people or something that they don't want to, just bash them. But yeah, I mean, in that sense, I think Jokic can be overrated because even though his defense is solid, he's not the greatest defender. Even though he's been pretty good this season, and they don't call him out on certain things like that. Even in that Timberwolves playoff game, he shot I don't know how many threes that really shot them out the game, and he really didn't take the brunt of the criticism for that last season. So I can see where you're coming from, where he's slightly overrated. I wouldn't call it, Jokic too overrated, because I think he does so many things well for a team that really is not the greatest team. I mean, you don't have the players that other teams have together, and he's making it work. So I think he's doing okay. I mean, but yeah, I can see the overrated label because
I just
he doesn't get the slander that other players
Yeah,
get.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, I only say that just because they will put like I mean I see it a lot, and they've done it on ESPN. I've seen it on Twitter. They will start putting him in these conversations that he's not in yet with certain players,
Mm.
and then like I said, when he don't do what those players do with their teams, I don't hear anything about it. They just don't pretend like they weren't saying what they were saying about it. Now, I'm not, I do feel like I said, it's him and Giannis, but
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. I don't like the fact that he's not. You can't have it both ways. You can't put him in the discussion of some top 10 guys, and then when he don't
Not
live
yet.
up to the top 10, you just pretend like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I feel you because he's definitely not there yet. But I see them trying to inch a little closer and closer to putting him in that conversation where he's definitely. I actually got a video coming out whether he's a top 5 center. So,
I honestly think he could be. He got the potential to be like if he get his 4th MVP, you get another championship. You could. I
yeah,
think you could
he
start
still
putting him in
got
that conversation.
some things to do if I'm putting him, top of the top because you got to have some type of longevity. You can't do it for 3 or 4 years and you be
Yeah.
called one of the greatest of all time at your position. That's not fair at all. So you gotta do it for a little longer.
I feel what you saying. I understand, but he don't got that much longer.
He's
He
only
like
what? He's
30.
only 30.
Yeah, but
You think his
these
career's
dudes.
winding
I'm
down?
saying these dudes ain't lasting like LeBron was lasting.
I
They not
mean,
like we used to. Whether you love him or hate him, we used to seeing that, and then we're gonna. What's gonna happen when he's like retiring is, you know, when guys don't make it that long, it's gonna like look weird.
yeah, I mean that it's. I mean, I guess you could kind of say that when Kareem left. He was kind of a standard bearer for so many years, and then when he left, it was like, Bird didn't last, Magic didn't last, Isaiah didn't last. Jordan left a little early, came back, and all that, but guys just weren't in it for the long haul. So, LeBron is a freak of nature, so
And
I don't know
then
if you can compare him, any of these new players to him because
nah,
he's just a different
he just
specimen.
can't. But I just when it comes to Jokic, I'm saying he don't got that long because like I don't think he gonna be in the league. He been in the league 10 years.
You don't think he'll make it at 35 in the NBA?
I mean, he might, but he ain't gonna be doing what he doing now when he's
MVP level.
35. Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
mean, he's probably got 2 more solid
2 or
seasons, and
3,
then
like
yeah,
where he's still at the top. But I don't see it lasting that long. Plus, you teams, especially in the modern NBA, they don't like the way they constructed the same dude that constructed the Nuggets was the same dude that constructed the Timberwolves
mhm,
when they beat the
yeah,
Nuggets. So even if he do, he's let's say he get another championship, teams ain't just gonna wait around and they gonna start putting together the rosters to make it
yeah. I
tricky.
mean, yeah, it's crazy that for a guy that's not super athletic. I mean, I believe Minnesota kind of figured them out last year. They just threw big bodies on them and it wore
Man,
them out.
yeah,
So I
for
mean, if
sure.
teams can pull together, 2 bigs that can, just kind of, you know, tire him out and just, stay in front of him and not let him, put a body on him, then, that's the blueprint really
Right.
to take Jokic out. And
But
even
yeah,
Giannis and something. I mean, the Celtics figured out to build a wall for Giannis, and he's
you know,
ineffective.
I wanted to talk about those Bucks a little bit
Mhm.
because if you watched the playoffs last year with uh Damian Lillard, obviously he was playing great, but he ended up getting injured. I think we kind of mentioned this already, but Giannis was injured.
Yeah,
Damian Lillard was playing, but he got injured. But Chris Middleton, he dropped like 42 versus the Pacers or something like that.
he was. Yeah.
So I feel like this is how I feel as of right now. The way Giannis is playing, Lillard's healthy. I feel like if they can get Middleton to come back and play the way he was playing. I mean, I just watched that game I think 2 days ago,
Hmm.
and he ended up getting injured that series. But I I'm I might be going a little
No.
over the edge with this, but I think they could win the championship if
Oh, you
they can
think Milwaukee?
if they get Middleton back, Giannis keeps playing the way he's playing, and
Hmm.
the caveat is I think Middleton has to be playing at a high level though. He can't come
That's the
back
tough
and
part.
yeah, he
Yeah.
can't come back and be inconsistent or you know what I'm saying. But between him, Damian Lillard, and Middleton, I think they at least gonna be in the conference finals.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
think
if
I would
yeah,
say I
if
think right now
oh,
the Celtics are probably just I think they're the best team right now.
oh, yeah, yeah. You're not a Cleveland. You're not sold on Cleveland.
Nah, just because I feel like that when they played Cleveland, was Porzingis injured or
Yeah,
was he out?
Porzingis. You mean this in the playoffs or this year?
Just this year?
No, Porzingis wasn't there.
Okay. Well, I think I think they kind of showed the Cavs when they ruined that hot streak. There's levels to it,
Yeah,
and they kind of they was hot, real hot in the first half, shooting from three, spacing the
yeah.
floor and stuff. So I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna say they might be in the conference finals, but again, I think I'm picking the Celtics to be there for sure, barring
Yeah. Oh yeah.
injuries. And then if I'm saying if Giannis can get he's still playing that way, and Middleton can come back, and Doc Rivers can figure something out. I definitely would pick the Bucks versus the Celtics in the conference finals.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I think if Milwaukee can, if they can get 2021 Chris Middleton, then I
Yeah,
think they can easily get to the
yeah,
finals.
and honestly, what was that series where? Oh, that was in 2022, where Middleton was injured and
Hmm.
Giannis he put up some historical numbers versus the Celtics. I feel like they would have won if they had Middleton.
Hmm. Yeah, I
So
mean, Middleton is, people kind of downplay him, but he's kind of their key because he can, he's usually the guy that takes over in the fourth because Giannis does his work early,
yeah,
and then Middleton kind of finishes off, and he's a sniper from mid range.
and he a lot, because some people just like look at because I think Giannis been injured a lot of these years, or he had his second option injured some of these years.
Yeah, I
So
mean, they've
they
had
don't,
some bad luck
they
these
don't.
last year.
A lot of the time they're not putting them in the best player in the world talks. I've actually thought Giannis was the best, but it's just some of these years he had Lux or he had an injury. I think a few of these playoff runs. So
Yeah, I think what hurts him is his lack of playoff play for the last couple of seasons. But yeah, if Giannis played in the playoffs and plays like he's been playing, then I think he's definitely the best in the world. He's
yeah, yeah,
virtually unstoppable.
yeah. So yeah, but I just wanted to talk about them. And then as far as that, you said you was gonna watch it. That debate is tomorrow,
Okay.
7 p.m. Eastern time, and it's
Okay.
versus some guys. Let me see what the name is. Refuse to Lose podcast or something like that.
Okay. Is this another Jordan LeBron or
Yeah, it
oh,
is.
dang.
He said I guess they wanted to avenge ticket
So
or
they getting
something like that. Yeah,
they getting revenge for Ticket.
yeah. That's what Johnny said, but I mean, he said they got called out or something.
I
So,
mean, he's the guy to do it. I mean, he's passionate about it, and he's
but
tough. I mean, he makes good points. Like I said, some of the points I think you could easily take out because he doesn't always put context in, but he debates well because everything he says makes you think he knows exactly what he's talking about. There's no looking anything up. There's no
yeah, hey, and
pausing.
I'm gonna tell you, uh, he been doing it for a while too. That definitely helps. Like
Yeah,
channel's a few years old. When you've been debating people, you get all the different people. You done heard everything. You done saw everything. You pretty much
So
know everything.
he knows exactly what to counter and how to counter it.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing with I would say with me because I I brought one person on my panel and debated him,
Hmm.
but I I couldn't even really go into my stuff because apparently,
Mhm.
I mean, he had something like wrong with his eyes where he couldn't see because like a lot of my stuff is I'll show it to you better than I could tell it
Oh,
to you. Because
oh, so he couldn't see it.
if I just say it, I mean I could just say it. He was like, "Which you can't say it." I was like, "No, I could say it." But like when we going into that in detail, I got like articles and I got
Mhm.
records and all that stuff. So stuff that if I say, you just saying I'm saying it, but if I show you, you'd be like, "Oh, okay,"
Yeah,
But I just I think it should be an interesting debate, but I don't know, man.
yeah. I mean, I want to hear it because I enjoy them. If you're in the Discord, they do it almost daily. They do those debates. I guess they're trying to get themselves right to go out at go against Goat Jane or a Johnny and those guys, but they're in there almost daily debating.
Mm,
Yeah, but it's an interesting thing. Maybe we can get one on here. Maybe I can get one going on one of these. I know
mm.
Casual. He was been on us with us before. They do a lot of them. So
Yeah, hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't mean to like what's the word? I don't mean to sound arrogant, but man, I really my plan is to eventually like start doing that, but I haven't.
debate.
Yeah,
Okay.
not
Hey.
necessarily like you, but just
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I'll tell you, I'm a terrible debater, so I'm gonna just moderate. I'm gonna get somebody to debate you,
yeah, no,
and I'll be
I get what you're saying, but I
yeah.
just when it comes to that, I'm not gonna say I can't be defeated, but
Okay.
uh,
Nice to
I
that.
I don't. I'm really hard to corner. I'm really hard. Like I know a lot, and I don't. And what I'm saying is this, because I know you could see me in the comments arguing
Yeah, I
a
see you all
lot
the time. Yeah.
in my comments, but you gotta understand that half the stuff I be saying in the comments ain't even half of what I would be saying if it was like on a panel on live, and like I pretty much I just know what I'm talking about
Yeah,
to
I mean
a
that's
to
I
it
told you I
to
think
it.
last time. That's pretty much why we reached out to you because we know you know your stuff. So anything somebody throw at us, you already ready for it.
But a lot of the stuff I'll be looking at and I'm like, man, I'll be wishing I'd be on these panels sometimes. I'm like, nah, I just ain't started yet. And I'm just, a lot of the stuff is when I do start that, I just feel like, I'm gonna get a lot of traction and one of
Yeah.
some of them big, what I really want to do is like debate them like LeBron hate channels, like,
Man, you
just
gotta
like
go on Sunday.
nah, and you know why I won't do that?
I'm pretty sure I know why, but
No, go just why you think I won't do it?
because you outnumbered.
Yeah. But that's not the only thing. It's
Was
just like I'm not gonna be able to get my take off. It's
yeah.
just
I
gonna be
mean,
like
yeah. I mean,
I'm me
I
getting jumped. I ain't gonna be able to, you know. Like the thing with that's why I am gonna start it on my channel because
mhm.
on my channel I can control whatever.
Yeah.
And you gotta come into my domain and I could if you talk about a narrative, I could show you and I could debunk the narrative and then you just gonna be looking there and you gonna run out of arguments eventually.
Mm, I believe it. I believe it. Well, let me know when you start because we will definitely be there. We will be in
Yeah,
there.
as far as like right now, I'm thinking sometime in like February, March,
Mhm.
that's the goal. Probably like March more than likely. Sometime in March, I'm gonna probably start that
So,
up. There's a guy on there, Jordan fans are the best panel that I was going to reach out to. So it ain't sports and fitness rant either.
okay. I'm trying to think. I know
It
them
was
pretty well, so I think I may know who you
the NNB
considering.
sports.
Oh, anybody? Okay, that'd be a good one.
I want to. I
He's
mean,
pretty fair.
I'm gonna email him about it,
Okay, yeah,
but
he's pretty fair.
when I'm ready,
Yeah, I think that'd be a good one.
I'm
Even
probably go on his channel because he got a bigger channel right now and stuff. So
and even Hoop God.
No, I can't. He a little too biased for me. He just yeah, the stuff he be saying, like I mean, yeah, a lot of those times I feel like you're gonna have them biased towards who you favor, right? But there gotta be a line in the sand. Like if I say a fact that debunks your bias and you can admit it, you know what I'm saying? Like then
Yeah.
you're not being fair. That's so I feel like he one of those people. So I'm not saying I wouldn't debate him, but I'll debate anybody. But
Okay.
I just feel like nah. I the reason why I pick NNB Sports is because he's he's one of those people. You ever talk to people that are like condescending and like
Yeah.
will know that they're being disingenuous, but won't admit
Yeah.
it. And if you can't prove it, then they look like they're smarter than you. He one of those people. I watched him debate. I know how he say real slick stuff, and I just feel like I can, you know,
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
I can figure that one out.
you will have full support of the Goatcast podcast whenever that goes down.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
and
I hope to ramp up some more stuff in the new year as well. And maybe have some of those too around here. But yeah, once things get a little slower, I definitely
mhm.
want to ramp things up and kind of do some more collabs, get some more people on here, and just kind of make it just a free for all, and just kind of talk basketball, but talk respectable basketball. That's
Yeah. I want us to do like a, that day I came on with Sports T and all that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, man, I kind of wanted to have some of them other people on. It could be them, it could be somebody else. Cause like, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, a lot of them are busy right now, but I will reach back out and see if maybe here in the near future we can. I know for some of them Fridays are bad, so maybe we'll try another day. And see if we can get some of them to join us for a little while, because I mean, most of them seem pretty cool. They're not against it.
Hmm.
From talking to them, it's just hard to schedule the time.
I can't one yeah, but like one thing, they be like, sometimes I'll be on them channels, I'll be like, man, I could be in the comments, but I'm not gonna go up unless I could get a one-on-one and I ain't
Mhm.
getting no interruptions. You
Yeah,
can't be
well,
interrupted or cut off all the time and hold on every time I'm talking. Yeah.
yeah, well, we'll yeah, we have that again. We'll try to keep it, not have it so
Moderated better.
chaotic
Yeah. Yeah.
and let people
It-
talk so everybody can
I,
get their
I
point across.
I was like, man, because I wasn't even going to come on. I was with my cousin at the time. I was like, I'm gonna
Oh,
be
that night?
late. Yeah, I'm gonna be late or I'm gonna be or not come on. 'Cause I think I emailed you and said that. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Me and my cousin, we was out that day and then we was chilling at the crib. So it was like, and then I was with him down down like in my basement or whatever. We was just chilling playing the game. But then I was like watching it, the stream. I was like, man. And I
Yeah.
saw Big Nice getting jumped. I was like, yo. So I, I had to
Well,
come
yeah.
on.
Yeah, that was a wild one. That was
Speaking of
extremely
him,
unexpected.
yeah, it was.
And if you
It
listen out
was.
there, please go check that out. It's from a couple months ago. I think it was. I don't remember what the topic was.
It
I
was
don't
something
remember,
about
but
90s players. What 90s players would be good today
yeah,
or
it was.
something
I
like
think
that.
90s players who could dominate now or something like that.
That
But
ended up
yeah,
turning
check it
to
out.
something
Uh,
completely different. That's why
yeah.
I was like, because I remember you gave me a Hakeem or something. No,
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
gave me Charles Barkley.
yeah,
And I was like, okay, I was like, I'm gonna be late. I had some stuff out for Charles Barkley ready. I was like, you know what, I'm ready to come in and talk about Charles Barkley. But when I got there, it was like, huh?
yeah. We had passed that part, and then, like I said, I tried to say, what players now could play
Yeah, I
and
know,
not
man.
without mentioning LeBron James, and of course, that's exactly where it went. And then we had like an hour full of just chaos.
No, for real.
But hey, that was cool. That was an interesting
Yeah,
Interesting
hey,
show.
nah, cause you got, hey, but the thing is, you gotta have shows like that, cause that gets you subs and a lot of
Yeah,
views, cause all that
yeah.
chaos, I guess people just like that. They like
Oh
when
yeah,
people
that's
talk
that's
over
what
each other and don't let people answer, and
I.
they don't. I don't. I'm telling you,
It's
you
what
gotta
people
have
talk
some
over.
drama.
Yeah, so I mean that was one of our better performing
Yeah,
episodes. So
right.
yeah, so maybe we just need to bring in some chaos in here and
We do. That's why I
and
said you gotta bring in like some guys that really
yeah,
hate
I'm gonna try
LeBron.
to. It's just for Fridays. A lot of people are doing the same thing on Fridays. So
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, but like in, as I'm saying, March, it's
yeah,
gonna be a
so
few
yeah.
months from now.
I mean, I got a group of people over at the Discord that if I ask them, I'm sure they would come over.
Mm.
Um, so maybe I'll do that next time. I'll give them some heads up
What's
because I mean, you
Discord?
got LeBron fans, you got Jordan fans in that group, and I mean, they get pretty wild though. That's the only thing I
What's the Discord?
uh I'll send you the
The
one that casual started.
mm.
It's where everybody kind of migrated from Goat James Kingdom over there,
Okay. Yeah, cause I was trying to get
and
on
I'll
one of the
send you.
I was trying to get on one of the Discords with, that the Goat Team Kingdom, the FYF, all that, cause they be talking. Sometimes I hear people talking
Yeah,
about the Discord. I'm like, I ain't even been in the Discord.
yeah. Well, all the people that are kind of active have moved over to casuals Discord.
Mm.
So I'll send you that, and like I said, they're in there nearly every day debating and talking. Talking NBA, talking specific players. It's crazy. So I'm sure they will have no problem coming over and discussing some of those things. So I'll because we won't do another one of these until December something if we can. So
Yeah.
I'll try to arrange something
Mm.
and get some people.
Yeah, but
And
you
Big
gotta.
Naj, I sent him the link, but he didn't. I guess he's busy.
Yeah. Probably finishing them Thanksgiving
Yeah.
leftovers and sleeping. Cause
Oh
man,
yeah, probably.
I ain't even eat nothing though. I just slept all day,
Me
really.
too. I mean, I ate all I could yesterday, so I was in the bed till this live stream. So I got to start getting packed because I'm leaving Sunday to go to
Mm,
Las Vegas. So
man, Las
I got
Vegas.
to get
You
packing.
got
But if you got anything else,
uh
I've seen some people lurking. Nobody's had any comments. Any comments
mm,
out there? Anybody? Anything y'all wanna? If y'all want me to bring back up that wild and crazy basketball 100 list,
yeah,
let
bring
us
it up
know.
one more time. Just
You
bring it
want to
up
bring
one
it up
more
one more
time.
time?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me. All right, okay, let's go here. So this is. Let's go to the top. Let me hide this. So yeah, those are the top 10, 11. Kobe Bryant did not make the top 10. Let me see some current names: Kevin Durant, James Harden, Oscar Robinson, David Robinson, Kevin Garnett, the great George Mikan, Bob Pettit, Hakeem at number 19. It's kind of crazy to me. And Jerry West and Nikola Jokic 21, Giannis 22, Chris Paul 23, Barkley 24. Yeah,
Pretty bad list,
this is
man.
just kind of weird to
Yeah.
me.
After that,
And see,
yeah.
it's not fair for Dr. J because they don't really count the ABA. So
Yeah, that too.
a lot of his accomplishments don't even get calculated into it. So,
Yeah.
he's and Steve Nash. Wow, hold on. He's over. Wow. He's over D Wade. Okay. I mean, he does have what, 2 MVPs. So I guess I guess it makes sense.
Mm. You think
Let's see
you
who's
think
number. Let me see who's that down at the bottom. I hadn't checked. Penny Hardaway
Wow.
and Blake Griffin. Okay, so that
I mean, I don't know. I haven't gone through 100 list of players, so I can't completely fully judge the list. But a lot of this
yeah, I
stuff
mean
is just
it's hard to
ridiculous.
compile
Yeah, for
100,
sure.
but
Uh,
Penny. I mean
yeah,
his career was so short.
yeah, yeah. I mean, a lot of this stuff is just like, man, you.
And
I don't
then
know. I don't know
Ginobili
what to say
didn't
about it.
Manu Ginobili didn't even make the cut.
Is he top 75? Because I don't even know.
Who Ginobili?
Yeah,
I don't think so. For the NBA's top
NBA.
75?
Yeah,
No, I don't think he's top 75.
mm,
And he's not
yeah.
even top 100 in here.
Mm, dang.
That's wild.
Uh, yeah, I don't know, man. I think this list needs some revision. I think you gotta, put some weight on championships.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, they might have to revise this to
You gotta take Carmelo out that top 10.
number 5. Yes, number
You could
5
put him.
all time.
You
Karl
could
Malone.
maybe put him in the top 30. Maybe.
Yeah, I just
But
don't. I don't see him above Hakeem at all.
nah, yeah,
Or
kind of like what you were saying. Just like it does reward playing a long time and collecting a
Mhm,
bunch of accolades. But and like I said, I put records and stats and stuff. I do put that high, but you got to
mhm.
combine that with winning.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't just be like, even because I mean, if you are that good, you gonna at least get you something.
Yeah,
You gonna get a chip.
because you have guys. I mean, Karl Malone has 0 championships. You got Shaq down there with 4, Larry Bird with
Yeah,
3, Magic,
he got.
and
I
Bill
think he
Russell
got
with 11. I mean,
right. He got 19 playoff appearances, I think,
who
and
Karl
zero.
Malone?
Yeah, him and Stockton, 0 championships. I'm not trying to rag on him, but I'm just saying like I don't know how you could crack that top 10,
I don't
and
either.
especially if you made the playoffs that much and you didn't win nothing.
Yeah, he was. Maybe his win shares are just crazy. Blocks plus minus.
He's a I think he's like second all time in win shares,
Well, I mean that helps,
or second or third or something like that.
but that still should not put you ahead of the people that he's ahead of.
Hey, he got 14-time All NBA, 14-time All Star, 2-time MVP,
Oh
and
yeah, he is
then
two-time MVP.
fourth in win shares. So that's
That's
probably.
crazy. Okay, well, I mean
I mean,
that'll do it.
yeah, I don't get it, but still, because even if you look at the top five, all those dudes got multiple chips
Yeah,
to go along with their multiple MVPs and Finals MVPs and records
yeah,
that they got.
all of those guys have so many accolades. It's crazy.
And I'm gonna be honest, because I said this last time, Wilt this was my only anomaly. As far as him being in my top five. Um, but I feel like to be a lot of me feels like now KD might be my other anomaly, but I've been doing some thinking. I'm like, man, I might have to
Mhm.
put Bird instead of Durant because even though I feel like Durant's a better individual player, I was looking at some of Bird's accolades. I was
Mhm.
like, might have to put him over there. But
Bird,
uh,
yeah,
the point I was making was just, with Wilt been my anomaly. I just feel like to be in that discussion, like especially top five, I feel like I think you got to be like at the top of the major statistical categories.
yeah. And Wilt's a hard one because there were certain statistics that weren't even accumulated or
Yeah, yeah,
calculated
yeah.
when he was playing, and
Right.
really, if you look at it, he was extremely dominant. But
Hmm.
it was a different time, so you got to kind of weigh that a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's why I think he's not, even though his numbers are insane, you got to look at the whole overall thing, because if you just go by that, then yeah, he's probably the greatest player. But look at the competition and just look at some of the things that were going on during that time that
Yeah,
you got to weigh that too if you're going to weigh different options. So yeah, this was
yeah,
it's very interesting interesting list, I can say.
yeah. It was bad, man. I just say it
Yeah.
was bad. It just was bad because it's like, man, the top 10 wasn't bad, but everything after that,
No, the top 10 was almost spot on.
yeah,
That that went with our top 10, so it's pretty much, you know.
yeah, and most of those guys, um, in the top 10, it's even on, whether the list differs a little bit, most of them got like the 3 finals MVPs or 2 or 3
Mhm.
finals MVPs, 2 or 3 MVPs, 2 or more championships, and then they
Yep.
got, the stats and the records and stuff.
Other
So
than
I feel
Malone,
like,
of course.
oh no, he ain't in our top 10 though.
Uh-huh.
But as far as just that's concerned, I feel like, they all got the similarities. So I feel like to crack that, that's what you got to do.
Mhm. Yeah, and yeah, I don't think that's the formula to judge greatness in the NBA because as we see that, as good as Carmelo was, his name pales in comparison to most of those guys when it comes to, everything from accolades, awards, and
Yeah,
winning. He just didn't quite get it done like that.
yeah. Like, cause we talk about Tim Duncan. I mean, he made the playoffs the same amount of time, 19
Hmm.
times or something like that, and he ain't never missed the playoffs. But he got the championships though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I don't think they had under a 50 win season while he was playing. So yeah, I mean,
I had the stat. It was something like I could look it up right now in my
mhm.
phone. If I could find it. Hold on. Top 10 players. It was okay. Five, five, five. Come on, come on. Ain't got all day. Okay, hold on. Eh, they won 50 games in the last 17 seasons he was there.
Okay.
Yeah,
So close. So yeah, I mean that's phenomenal.
yeah.
So yeah. So I mean, he belongs where he's
Hmm.
at number 4.
Right.
Had he won 2013, might be some discussions on old Tim, but I don't know if I could put him over any of the other
They,
2, 3. But
they probably, I'm be honest, they probably would have put him second.
for me, I mean, he's my favorite player, so I probably would have
Not
if he was
necessarily you,
undefeated.
but I'm saying it,
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
because
oh yeah,
he would have had the same 6-0,
yeah.
and then
He had the
he would
same
have
as
had all the stuff,
Kareem. Yeah.
and then like I said, he never missed the playoffs too. So
Mm-mm.
it would have been,
Yeah, I mean, he would have had a strong case. I
no,
mean, you see
yeah.
what one loss does to you. It kind of that's crazy. Oh, my man, Warren. Okay, I guess he wants to pop in. Warren O'Brien. Let me
I'm gonna post the
copy
link.
the. Let me see. Let me copy the. Okay, if you click on that, you can come in.
There was something else. Oh yeah, just about that debate tomorrow, man.
I'm
Are
gonna
you?
check that out.
They doing it live, so I don't know if you're
Oh,
gonna
they're
be
doing.
able to.
Okay, I
I don't know
definitely
if
got
you're
to
gonna
see
be able
that.
to be in there live, but I'm be in there.
So what? Whose channel? You said whose channel is
Miami
it gonna
Heat's
be?
on, same
Okay, so
one.
they want to do another one. Okay.
And they said they doing it live at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I don't know what that is for you, but
Okay, so that's well, yeah, I'm Eastern time, so yeah,
oh, okay, okay.
yeah. So
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll check that out. Even though I'll be packing, I'll have that on the background.
You got wireless headphones?
Yeah, oh yeah, I
Yeah,
can put it on
you
the TV and
you
watch
keep
it.
it in.
So yeah, I got it here. Hopefully, it's not just a copy and paste of the other one. Hopefully,
Yeah.
I forgot who you said it is, but hopefully that person's prepared and ready to.
Oh, it's 2-on-2.
Oh, it's 2-on-2.
Yeah, Brennan and Johnny versus
Oh,
the two guys on the Refuse to Lose.
oh yeah, I gotta see this. I gotta see this.
I know.
Okay, yeah, I
I mean,
definitely gotta see this.
yeah, because I just found out about it. I was on FYF Sports and Goat James Kingdom. They normally stream on a Friday too.
Yeah,
So I was on there, and Johnny had mentioned it. I was like,
yeah.
okay.
I had
I didn't.
heard that there was gonna be another one. I just thought it was gonna be him. It was both of them. That's gonna be interesting.
No, the last time it was supposed to be a rematch with Ticket, but I guess Ticket and they all had stuff to do. Like,
Yeah.
well, not Ticket. He wanted it on Thursday, but Johnny had other things going on. So
Let me see.
life and stuff.
Won't let you click the link, Warren.
You gotta copy and paste it.
Yeah, just copy and paste it, and then if
Copy
you're
it and
on
then paste it into a browser.
yeah, if you're on YouTube, make sure you close that out because it'll
because we don't want to hear no echo, man.
yeah, it's gonna be a feedback. So yeah, that should be some. So yeah, y'all go check out Goat James versus
Oh man,
that crew tomorrow.
but it's good. This why I say, like, man, I haven't. I'm not gonna start until later in the next year, but I know it's gonna get subs and traction and all that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's heating up for that. I don't know if you probably don't want to join the Michael Jordan fans are the best one. He's got one that he does.
The debate league.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard about it, but I mean, I haven't. I haven't looked into it. They debate this stuff.
Yeah, they debate. I know this past one they did players and then they did teams. But you couldn't you kind of had to research and do for your they kind of gave you what team or what player. So it wasn't like you could choose who you wanted to debate. It's kind of however the rankings or whatever the brackets went, you had to
No, I can't enter that because I don't, only one, and I don't mean to sound like, the only thing I really do be debating is LeBron and Jordan. I don't be debating
so
much
you
else.
ain't interested in Shaq and Jokic or
Nah, I'm just
yeah, I
not.
feel you though. Yeah,
It's not that I can't. It's just not really that interesting to me. It's because some stuff is it's a lot easier to come to a conclusion. Whereas when you debate, this is what I was coming up with in my head the other day. It was like going through, I got LeBron as number one, but then like as I was going through why he was better, it started getting harder and harder. And once you start getting to the top, like once I got to Wilt, who was Tim Duncan, who was number 5, and then I got to Wilt, and got Jordan, and it started getting harder and harder. I start having less things to say.
Man, yeah. What's up, Warren? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, what's up? What's up, Go? What's up? Sports talk.
Yeah.
It's an honor. I be in your chats. I'm feeling your vibe. I love your content.
Appreciate
y'all really does this, and it's not really. I can't really say nobody between Go. I can kind of say this between sports talk, maybe because the age group, but I kind of get for where he going because I was in that same boat with the so-called you know guy that claiming the alley. I'm the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
In the team sport. I don't know how can you say, because none of the greats never say that, because that's very disrespectful to the sport. But nevertheless, he said it. So let's break it down. So where do you want to go with this? Go. How do you want to explain this? You want to start with my top 10, which I don't really have a top 10. I don't like doing it because of the fact, or do you want to explain what's wrong with the sport now?
Yeah, well, I mean, we did our top 10 a couple weeks ago, but yeah, if you want to drop your top 10, that's fine.
In no particular order. Mike, Magic, Bird, Hakeem, Kobe, Tim Duncan, Will, Russell. How many is that?
I think that was 7 or 8.
I say Lou Alcindor, right?
Yeah. I think you said Kareem.
I think I say. Did I say Kareem? Oh, did I say Kareem? Bird.
I believe you have sports talks.
Yes, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll. You know something? Because I'm a flip, because I would put that guy in my top 10, my top 10, but it's a dilemma. And I'm gonna tell you the dilemma is because how can we quantify that when because everybody I said they can identify with a franchise, and made a dynasty. This guy haven't really made a solid dynasty. Now he did. Give him credit. Everywhere he went, no matter how many you would put it, he won. It doesn't matter how LeBron? He did it. That guy. See, I hate saying it because it's redundant. I get what sports talk, because I was a LeBron fan. That guy, when he first came in, I was like, this guy could do it. This guy could take over the league and everything. But we're not gonna get into particulars, so we know what's coming out of high school, getting a $150 million contract just mysteriously from Nike. That's unprecedented itself. I mean, if I get any one of us get $150 coming out, $150 million out of high school, a contract on the table. I mean, and have that expectation bear on you that you're the chosen one, and you doing it for 20-something years. That really says something. You was groomed to do this. To give him all the credit in the world, no matter how much sidebar stuff that we know that he does, and his company that he claims that his best friend owns it. But come on now, a guy that never went to college, it has a company called Clutch Sports, a sports company. Come on, let's take the emotions out of it. Let's say yes, he hires his black friends. He hires a lot of us. But let's take emotions out of it. Over saying you are responsible for a young black male's lives and doing contracts with these people, and and LeBron's not co-signing and anything of it. Oh no, it's not my company. Oh no. That's my two friends, Mav, Carter, and Rich Paul. Okay, we can go with that, right? Can we go with that?
Absolutely. I'm sure Sports Talk got something to say.
I don't really got nothing to say. I don't know where you're going with this.
I'm just going with it because, on one hand, are we talking about basketball skills or this overall, like his impact on players' entitlement, empowerment? Because it varies. Because if we say basketball skills, what type of skills that LeBron has that's out of all the players that I named that was so extraordinary besides his athletic ability? Because I grew up playing basketball, and by playing basketball you must have the fundamentals. Coach always teach you fundamentals. How to get in defensive stance, how to read defenses, how to know how to get certain people in certain positions, how the call plays and everything. LeBron only plays what I see as a 3-out and a high pick and screen and roll. Am I correct?
Are you correct?
Okay. No, because I'm asking a true LeBron fan. So that's only 2 plays. There's more than one, 2 plays.
What exactly are you getting at? Are you
No,
asking me what is LeBron's skill? Are you?
No, I'm just saying for 27 years, I would say did he evolve the game by his play, or did the game have to change a certain way for him to dominate? I'm not trying to get he's an all-time great. Don't get me wrong. There's no doubt about it. But did the game like the other guys I named? Did those other guys I named evolve the game by their play? The game they had to change. The environment changed, but their game have evolved. At the times, Kareem game, though his sky hook was very, very unstoppable, phenomenal. He had to develop other things for him to stay in his body and everything, to train with Bruce Lee and everything. His body yoga for 20 years. LeBron, go ahead.
Oh, I'm saying. So, are you basically saying that LeBron didn't really, his game didn't evolve the game, but he had to evolve to the game that it has become now, that it wasn't him that was the standard bearer to change the game like some of the other guys, but he kind of just, benefited from the game changing to help him? Is that kind of what you're alluding to?
I would say this. This is what I'm saying. I'm going to be fair. The game was smallly changing just before LeBron came in to be what is now a Euro League. This had nothing to do with LeBron, because this was the late great David Stern plan to make the game global. Mm-hmm. And maybe a year before, I don't know if you can remember this player. I don't know how old Sports Talk is. There's a player called in Houston, number 1. I don't know what's your number 1 draft pick, called Yao Ming. Yao Ming brought, okay. He brought a lot of fans and a lot of money marketing where Jordan was making it national, international with his sneakers and brand and everything, the Jumpman. Yao Ming made it where now you got a nation backing them, China, which runs the NBA. See, people don't really realize it. See, it's not just, the game changed after 2005, after the Malice in the Palace. No, they've been had this plan. That was just an excuse for that to happen, because they didn't want to make the game national no more, just to be in America. They wanted to be globally. So we can't put the blame on just LeBron. Now, LeBron, to his credit, went along with the agenda. Mm-hmm. And became the agenda, became the face. Yeah. So we can't really play now with the super teams and everything, and then play time. Yes, we have to put the onus, even though we're putting on Boston, but they ain't. But Boston been, listen. I'm
gonna interrupt you real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
If I can.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm all ears.
We might have to have this conversation another time.
All right.
Because it seems like you want to kind of go into detail. We've been on here for about an hour.
Okay.
I don't mean to be rude or nothing like that, but you can finish what you're saying. But if you want to have that conversation with me, we could probably do that next stream or something.
Yeah. Okay. Let me know in the comment section kind of where you want to go with this. We can make a full episode just talking about, your thoughts.
Whatever we can do that. Yeah. We can do that next
bro. Because the reason why I'm saying is because I'm sick of, like the fanaticism of you not, because you got to give it in proper context. Because when they say that LeBron ruined the game, I'm like, it's bigger than LeBron. See, that's what I'm saying. They always wanted to downplay it. That it's just one play. No, the one play is the face. They make the face, but the agenda is bigger than that. But as far as the GOAT situation, yeah, he's a GOAT. There's no doubt about it. LeBron is a GOAT. There's no disputing that. But where we rank him? I say he's kind of unranked. It's kind of hard to rank him because his skill set is made for a particular era. Now, can he play in almost every era? Yeah, I think he can.
Mhm.
I think he can, but but as far as my top 10, that was go the 10 spot. I'm gonna leave it open.
Okay.
Now I will put, okay. I was saying honorably mentioned. I would say LeBron, Curry, Durant, Moses, and I'm gonna put 5. I'm gonna go at probably I'll probably get shot for this being a basketball fan because it's a sign of the times. I'm gonna say Joker. He's
Okay,
entering.
so those are your honorable mentions for
Yeah,
top 10.
the honorable mentions into the top 10 because I think top 10 should be left open because now the door is opening. These players are now entering, especially Curry and Durant, entering their last stages of their career.
Mhm.
And so you got now you could rank them. Giannis and Joker still have time to do it.
I
So
agree.
yeah.
So just message me in the community tab and let me know, if there's a topic you just, that's pressing on you that you want to, discuss with us, and we will definitely try to do that in our next episode. Like I said, we've been on for about an hour and a half, so so we got to kind of close it down. But I do appreciate you coming on and giving us your top 10 and just your insight and your thoughts on how the game is changing and what changed it. We know LeBron didn't ruin it. That's kind of the narrative, but there was many things at play that played a part in the current product. So we will definitely speak on that in a future episode. So like I said again, we appreciate you coming on, and we appreciate all you guys that have joined. If you're hiding in the chat, we appreciate that. If you like the video, we appreciate that. Just continue to help support GOATcast and the GOAT Talk only show. And we'll be back this Tuesday, Big Nine and Casual. And I don't know if you'll be able to make a sports talk, but this Tuesday they'll be discussing some things. So if you want to jump on that, Warren, I won't be here, but our other co-host will be here on Tuesday. I will try to get you a link. I'm not sure what the topic is, but if you want to join in and just just talk with them and discuss some basketball, feel free. I will definitely reach out to you.
Okay. Okay. Yes, but no, I appreciate y'all brothers. Y'all do a great job, splendid job. Sports talk means you always stand in your square. You're the most reasonable LeBron fan that I came about, and you try to explain to it. No, you are. No, you are, and you do stand. The other people, they just go by stats and what they repeat. You can really go into detail of why LeBron could consider a GOAT. And you're not biased. You're not trying to say Michael Jordan's not in his. I forgot your top 3 and top 2. Even though me and Ghost kind of disagree on that, but you stand on your square with that, and this is the way how you feel. So you always, that's how a man do it. Stand on your square, but always give it in proper context. That's it. That's it.
Man, I appreciate that. That's crazy.
No, I mean I could understand where he come from because I feel the same way about some of these Jordan guys. Like you, CW, when you invite me on the panel and stuff, I didn't know nothing about you, nothing like that. But I could sit on the panel and have a conversation with you, and most guys I can't because it's like it's too biased, it's too. It's just too much for me to deal with.
Yeah, it gets crazy. But if you enjoy it, you got to be rational and really, talk basketball. Can't talk emotion.
Yeah, and talk about the end of the work. See, Jordan fans can listen. Jordan was going to be tied for getting his ass kicked by the Pistons, but people never talked about that. He was threatening to retire. If he didn't get past the Pistons,
and I saw that. I saw it. It's in a book, ain't it, or something like that?
Yeah, the Jordan rules. It was the Jordan rules, and they said, So Jordan, he had a breaking point, because he was frustrated with upper management, and it's a whole bunch of things. Because Jordan was trying to empower too. He tried to get a lot of players to behind the scenes, but we'll talk about that later. It's a whole thing. See, people didn't know what the night's about. Yeah,
that could be a whole topic.
Hey,
yeah, so,
I was just gonna say, like, because we're gonna in 2 weeks we're gonna have another show. If you got something you wanted to like a topic for the next show,
okay,
just point it out, because I really don't got nothing right now. So
yeah. So
No,
just and in the comment section, just text me and let me know what you're thinking about, and we'll try to have that on the next show, because we're open to whatever. This is just, when I call it GOAT Talk only, is because we just talk about the GOATs, the people we think are the GOATs. So it can be any topic. It don't have to be just LeBron and Jordan. It can be Kareem, Shaq, Kobe, whoever. So if whatever you have.
Oh, I forgot about Shaq. Yeah, I forgot about Shaq. But you know what? He's in the LeBron's. You know what? Yeah, Switch Moses, which I forgot about. I forgot about the Big D's. I'm glad you brought that up, Go. I'm like, there's another guy I forgot, because they don't really talk about him that much, because people feel that, almost like LeBron, he got away with his size, but he was very skilled. He wasn't as skilled as Olajuwon as all the greats, but he had moves. It's just that when he went to LA, his rap album,
he got
doing TV, yeah. Everything he got distracted. Now, if he had no distraction, Kobe even said it, that man could have been the GOAT.
He could have.
He knows it. Yeah,
he could have. Okay, well, we're going to finish up for tonight. I really appreciate you coming on, Warren. Like I said, hit me up so we can get you back on the show in the panel, Sports Talk. I'll see you in the chat tomorrow for the Coach James.
Oh, definitely.
Debate. So y'all, everybody check that out tomorrow. And we'll be in there so we can all chop it up. So that'll be another GOAT Talk only. We'll be back in 2 weeks. I'm not sure what date that is. That is the 13th. So we're back December 13th, and hopefully guys will join us. So please like, subscribe, and help us out. Help us continue to grow, and we'll be back very soon.
Thank you.